reported today in The Verge. A decentralized Twitter would bring the company back to its past. The interface is a daily column and newsletter about the intersection of social media and democracy. Subscribe here. Today we're going to talk about Jack Dorsey's surprise tweetstorm about potentially decentralizing the service, but first, some history. Death came to the Twitter developer community on August 12, 2012. In an infamous memo, the company's head of product divided potential uses of the Twitter API into 4 quadrants. In the past, developers had been able to make any sort of Twitter app they wanted to, including a full-featured, ad-free Twitter client that they could customize any way they wanted it to. It was a policy that led Twitter to become, briefly, a design playground for some of the world's most talented user interface designers. But the policy also ran counter to the vision of Dick Costolo, who had become Twitter's CEO 2 years previously. Costolo had come from Google, where he learned how to build advertising businesses. And so not long after he became Twitter's CEO, he set about turning Twitter into an ad business. Among other things, that meant aggregating as many eyeballs as possible into one place. A third-party Twitter client might be prettier and more functional than Twitter's own client, shout out to Tweetbot, but it certainly would not be more profitable. A more ruthless company would have shut down API access to Tweetbot and its brethren. Instead, Twitter opted to let the third-party clients bleed out over time, denying them access to new features, such as polls and group messages, and capping the number of users they could have. That was good news for people like me, who prefer third-party clients for various reasons that I would happily share with you in person until you run screaming from the room in boredom. Every once in a while, Twitter would ask shell-shocked survivors of its developer community for suggestions on a path forward. Re-establish robust APIs that once again allow third-party developers to build full-featured Twitter alternatives. I would weakly shout back. And then one Wednesday morning in December 2019, Jack Dorsey said he would think about it. Twitter is funding a small independent team of up to 5 open-source architects, engineers, and designers to develop an open and decentralized standard for social media. The goal is for Twitter to ultimately be a client of this standard. This 5-person team, to be known as Blue Sky, will be charged with the project, effectively turning Twitter the platform into Twitter the protocol. In such a world, Twitter would be to tweets as Outlook is to email, one client for reading and writing messages among many. Why does Twitter want to do this? Dorsey seems to feel less comfortable with the idea of a single, centralized network with 1GL. For more on this story, visit the news article link.